However, I'm Matt Thompson here at Etihad Stadium ahead of tonight's Friday night blockbuster between St Kilda and Richmond. Of course, the Tigers haven't beaten the Saints since 2003. Tonight, the yellow and black army will be hoping that is a very different story. Let's turn our attention to the news of the day in the meantime. And Travis Boak remains one of the most talked about men in the league when it comes to contract negotiations. Of course, he has a big decision to make. And Port Adelaide coach Matthew Primus has gone on the record today saying he wants an answer sooner rather than later.
Travis has put a timeline on it, and obviously after 3 weeks, I think it is, when he goes home, we'll decide then. So we'll certainly be asking him where his decision's at, and we don't want to drag on till the end of the year.
And if the decision doesn't go Port Adelaide's way, Primus hasn't ruled out dropping Boak from the side.
It'll be an interesting discussion to have for sure. It's that's where it'd be great to know exactly where we sit early on, because we are about the here and now, but we're also about where we need to be.
If he doesn't stay at the Power, Geelong is the most likely contender for Boak, with family a key factor. Carlton's indicated its interest, but the Bombers have ruled out making a move on the Power star.
I think I've said this, time after time when players' names have come up. We need to make sure we get our good players signed up, and if there's enough money left at the end of that, then we'll have a look. But I don't think there will be. So it's a mute discussion.
Off the back of Paddy Ryder's new deal, Brent Staker could be the next to re-sign at Essendon. He has a contract in front of him, believed to be 3 years.
He's obviously had a terrific year so far, and we want him to continue that way. We'd also like to get pen to paper and get another one of our really good players signed up.
Herd's Bombers face Melbourne, a task he says will be more challenging than GWS. Mark Neal making the decision to give Colin Sylvia another chance.
You're confident you'll get a better contribution from Colin from here on in for the rest of the season?
We picked him in the best 22 for the club on the weekend, so yeah.
Hamish McIntosh kept a low profile yesterday, and now we know why. The Kangaroos ruckman has re-injured his knee on the track. He now needs surgery and is out for up to 6 more weeks. Hawthorn's flown out for Tasmania ahead of its clash with North. Alistair Clarkson unfazed by his side's fluctuating fortunes.
Every week there's a different premiership favourite, isn't there? We've been at several times this year already, and we haven't been able to live up to that billing, and nor do we deserve to either. Carlton had their turn where they were it, and it just rolls from one side to the other. What we need to do is just put together some consistent performances again. All we'll look at is the Kangaroos game this particular week.
Now, TV rights often spark lots of talk across the footy landscape. In fact, across the codes, there's some discussion today that Channels 9 and 7 might be interested in actually swapping NRL and AFL games with each other, something that the AFL says it probably wouldn't stand in the way of. And speaking of the AFL, well, this very website where you're watching right now, AFL Online, could one day be a destination to watch live games, according to League Chief Andrew Demetriou.
As we go into the future with new technology and I think about the NBN, anything's possible. What we do know is that our broadcast rights in 4 or 5 years will look significantly different than they do today, and we've now got AFL Media, we've got our own production arm, we'll keep our options open, but I think anything's possible.
And that is a look at what's happening across the AFL this Friday. Of course, we can't wait for tonight and then right across the weekend. We'll be all over the action for you. There is no other website you need to go to find out what's happening in the footy world. We'll catch you soon.